What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to install a plug-and-play Baja light for your Surron Light BX.
Okay. My girls on my brother, what you smoke for? Hypocrites just turn into a cold war.
Alright, I got this Baja light off Shanti with Co. They have really high quality Baja lights. They have these plug-and-play Baja lights for the Surron and the E-Ride Pro. They also have battery-powered ones. I'll show you the battery-powered one right now. This is the battery-powered one. I think it's 8 AA batteries, and then you could just put this like behind your ODI plate or your Motocuts plate, and then you mount this switch up onto your bars, and then you have this super bright light. So yeah, this is the battery powered Baja light. Open up the plug and play one for the Surron. All right. It has a lot of bubble wrap, which is good, so the package doesn't get damaged. It also shipped really fast. Alright, so inside you have the bubble wrap with the Baja light inside, and then it comes with Allen keys, or an Allen key, 2 Allens, and 2 washers. So let's open this up. It's a lot of bubble wrap. Alright, inside we have the Baja light with the switch and the metal Baja light. I'm going to show you how to install this onto the bike, and yeah. Alright, so first things first, you're going to want to make sure your bike is off, and I would recommend opening up the battery and turning your breaker off so that you don't get electrocuted or nothing fries up. So yeah. Alright, so now that you have your breaker off, you're gonna want to get some needle nose pliers and take out these 2 C-clips on the battery lid. Alright, so I have my needle nose pliers. These ones are really good because it's like magnetic kinda. So you're just gonna want to put it in there and pull it out. As you can see, we have it. And then I'm gonna take the other one out. Alright, now that we got both of them out, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to push this pin to the side and then grab it from over here and pull it out, and then do the same for the other side. So you just grab it from here and pull it out, and then boom, your battery lid is off. I'd recommend keeping track of your C-clips because they're very hard to find and very easy to lose. So I would recommend them putting in here. Alright, and next, what you're going to want to do is take off this ignition. So just 2 Allen keys, take those off. Alright, next, what I would recommend to do is to take off your front plate so to make it easier to take this off. Alright, I just grabbed a pair of pliers and took off my front plate with a couple of zip ties. And I do have a battery pack back there for my rear Baja light. But now I can access all of my cable management and stuff to take off my front light. Alright, now what I would recommend doing is taking your old cords from your Baja light and tracking them down to where they come from. So as you can see, mine leads up to here, and so does my switch. So I'm just going to unplug these. Alright, now that I unplugged it, I'm going to plug in my new one right here where it comes from. So just so I keep track of where everything's at. Boom, and I just turned on my bike to see if this works, and it does. It's extremely bright. I've gone through 3 of these cheap Amazon ones, so I definitely recommend buying a high quality one. Don't cheap out on them because it's always good to night ride. But now that I have this one plugged in, I'm just going to go ahead and take everything off my bars, like this old switch and this old headlight. So yeah. Alright, as you can see, I have my old Baja light here, and it's getting stuck in everything. It's a cheap plastic, and it's easily breakable. I moved the sticker to this one because I like that sticker. But yeah, thing's a piece of junk. So yeah, I'm gonna install this new one. So I just got the Baja light on. The first time I put it on, I forgot to put on the washers, and then it wasn't tight, so I had to go back to it all over again. But it's on now. Now I just need to get the switch on the bar, and yeah, now I got the switch all mounted up. Um, Now I'm just gonna start putting everything back together. I'm gonna start with my front plate, then the ignition, then my battery. So yeah. I just turned the bike on. As you can see, it's very bright. Alright, once you got that all tightened up, now you just want to put on your battery cover. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is put it back on, line it up, then put the pins in. Now, got to be careful with this part. You're going to want to get your C-clip all lined up on your pliers like this. Find it in that little, like, notch, and then make sure it clicks in, and do that with the other one. Alright, there you go, it's all back on. Now turn your breaker on. Wait, where's my key? Close everything up. Turn your bike on. You should have a super bright Baja light. Made out of metal, of course. Don't cheap out on these plastic ones. They break very easily. Alright guys, that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found this helpful. If you wanted to get a light for your bike, shop Shanti with Co for the best Baja lights. So yeah.